deep over now. Good afternoon. This is the Eskwilax Hour, episode 151, every Friday from 4 to 6, where we report local news, local artists, art, and all that fun stuff. So, anybody heard about that shooting recently? Any thoughts? Efren? Why? Come. I need to know more details about it, man. I know you know something. You're like the head of the state, pretty much.
The shooting, I didn't hear anything about the shooting, but I mean, just the shooting itself is not good for any community and not good for anybody.
They forgot about the Las Vegas one already.
Well, that's why they're masking it with all the other ones, like the school ones.
So you think it's a ritualistic showcase?
I mean, not so much. It's just a lot of violence and like just everything. So it gets into people's subconscious and they get all, worked up.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What about them crisis actors?
Like I said, I don't know much about it. So all I can tell is, I mean, a lot of those people, it seems like they had some deep issues that have to work out instead of actually going and through and like doing all that evil action on others where they just need to take care of themselves.
I feel you, dog. And I'm just been reading too much, like seeing so much shit.
I mean, that's one of the message for one. I'm guessing, not guessing, but for Sunday, the self-love event over there at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the messages behind it, because our friends from Creatism, they're the ones that helped us put it together, and it's the self-love event.
The self-love?
Love.
Just playing. No, that's cool, man.
I know you love yourself, love.
You should. Yeah, you should. I do love myself.
You should, because you got a lot going on. You got the whole tomorrow. You got a performance at Medusa Lounge.
Nah,
you guys make sure you
I'm
go.
Not performing anymore.
Because Love's gonna be there doing his thing.
It's gonna be hot dogs and soda between Lord Venom, Hoken, Art. All right, Hoken. Fuck Hoken. Anyways, there's Lord Venom, Art.
What?
What the fuck?
Focus, Marco. Focus. Marco needs to focus today.
Our tech guy is starving.
He's not asking chips, though. Something. Anyways, back to the show. Yeah, man. Like that guy, he drove into the tunnel.
Yo, what the fuck is that? Like what's going on?
Yeah, I was at the gas station actually on Soto and Whittier.
You saw it?
Soto and 8th Street. No, he went by, but later on I watched the news and seen that the truck, he drove it into like the train station in the tunnel.
Did he hurt anybody?
Luckily, no. Like he got caught up and his girl, she actually got away.
What the fuck?
That's like, yeah, that happened in Boyle Heights up the street right here on 1st Street and Soto. It seems so that like that station has a lot of like bad vibes to it too.
I think the blue line is pretty messed up. It's like,
why?
I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of shit going on there. Because it goes directly into downtown, and then it goes directly into Long Beach. And like,
I've actually never been on there, so.
Nah, I don't know, man. Like, I think last time I got on, I saw someone fighting right, like on the spot. Over the food, the vendors, the ones that like they go in there and they sell shit. Yeah, so I'm like, hey, get your shit out the way. I'm like, oh shit, why are they fighting? Just trying to make a living.
Like I said, just a lot of like all that stuff in people's subconscious, all that anger, and at some point they just kind of break and just.
What is anger?
It's just all that like day-to-day stress that just kind of builds up, and then somebody decides to take it out on somebody else or on themselves.
It's a soft table.
Who do you have on today?
Honestly,
who's our guest right now?
I'm not sure, man. I think the only guest right now we have is Efren or Efra.
I'm not Efren.
Or
I'm his cousin Rodrigo. Then.
It's his name is Dr. Sandoval.
Anyways, I'm gonna leave you guys right here with Lo, and he's gonna bring on our first guest.
First guest first. Good afternoon. Our first guest will be here soon. She goes by a name of Dezlasoul, or just Dez. She's from a very great collective called Creatism. Earthism. Good afternoon.
What up, what up? Can you hear me?
You want to use this one? Louder.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's way better.
All right, cool.
So what's up?
What up, y'all? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just chilling.
Good.
What about you, huh?
I'm good. I'm living. Trying to get ready for Sunday.
Oh, what's happening Sunday, though?
Okay, so this Sunday, what we have going down at Zapote Cafe right next door, we're going to have an event called For the Self-Lovers. I know you guys all heard of For the Lover in You, that song, but this is going to be For the Self-Lover in You.
Yep.
Because February is always based off of love, but relationship type of love. But we tend to forget about self-love a lot. So I'm trying to end February with everyone feeling some type of self-love and getting inspired. So that way we could go into the next season feeling good.
Yeah.
So that was my whole point with the title of that name. But yeah, so this coming up Sunday, we're going to have over 25 vendors.
Yo, that's a lot.
It's going to be a little art walk. So we got a lot going on for you guys. And then we're going to have performers.
What?
We're going to have live painting.
No way.
Yeah, we're going to do raffles. We're also going to be raffling off a few things.
What are you raffling?
I'm raffling off some of my my Earthism products, which are all cannabis-infused topicals. And then Zapotec is going to be raffling off $20 gift cards, gift certificates.
I'm going to get on that.
And then, yeah, you guys should get on that.
Get on there right now.
What's better than getting a gift certificate to help?
How do you enter these?
We're going to have a table there. We're going to have a table, and we're going to have each creator who's going to raffle something off. Based on their choice, it'll either be a $1 raffle or it'll actually be free. So those are how I'm going to do my rafflings. We're going to have another person come in and raffle off some jewelry, some crystal-made jewelry with some artwork. Crystal's Art Love, if you guys haven't followed them on Instagram, go ahead and follow them. They're really dope people. They'll be here this Sunday vending. And so we'll have a variety of different types of raffles on the table with different prices for whatever you have. So if you only have $1, there will be a $1 raffle for you. If you don't have any money, I'm going to be doing 2 raffles where you don't even need money. You just need to pick up a ticket and then wait to see who wins. Thank you. Look, just like that. He's in. Yeah.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is Oski going to be vending?
You already know.
Is he in the raffle?
I don't know.
Oh my God, if he is.
I'll talk to him. Oski is one of the OG Creatism members. Creatism isn't a collective with certain people in it. That's the cool thing about Creatism. Creatism is like, if you're an artist and if you're really passionate, you represent Creatism. So it's a way for me to get everybody involved and everybody to have their work appreciated. So Oski has actually been down since day one, since the very first Creatism event that we had. We did our first murals together. Like, Oski's really dope. He couldn't be here today, but he will be there on Sunday, and he'll also be there tomorrow at the Medusa Lounge. We're gonna be vending there too.
Oh, you guys are gonna be there, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. That's gonna be sick. Watch.
But yeah, and Oski has a lot of new work out, and he's also making prints of them. So if you can't afford the real piece, all of our prints are always $5, no matter how big they are.
What do you like about creatism?
What do I like about creatism?
Yeah.
What I like about creatism is that there's no judgment there. Like, if you being a creator is being an artist. So if you create pencils, you're an artist. If you create, even the smallest of things that people don't appreciate, you're a creator, you're an artist. So what I like about creatism is that you don't have to feel because you're not a rapper, you're not a painter, that you can't be involved. You can always be involved, and that's why creatism is there, is to get everybody involved and get everyone have their work shown. So I really like that about creatism. I've met a lot of people who have been to creatism events and have left feeling inspired, because before they went there, they felt like, damn, like, if I create something, nobody's gonna care. Or like, if I create something, it has to be perfect. Like, if I have to draw a body, it has to be a perfect body. It's like, no, like, what's perfect?
So,
do you know what perfect is?
Yeah.
What's perfect?
Inner love.
Self-love. That's dope.
Self-love, man.
But yeah.
I got a question for you. Someone asked this before, but I want to ask you. If you could meet the soul of art, what would you ask it?
What would I ask the soul of art?
The soul of art.
If I could meet, I am the soul of art.
Hey, that's what I said. Yeah, my answer was, I talk to it every day between me and him, me and you, me and everybody I communicate with. Yeah.
Like, you're walking. And that's the cool thing about going to events or going to art walks. When you meet an artist you've never met before, all it takes is one little conversation. You're looking at them like, damn, I feel like I knew you forever. Like, that's that's the soul of art right there.
You know who makes me feel like that? Dres.
Yes.
I love talking to Dres.
Yep. She's in New York right now. She's out there doing
Shout
her
out
thing.
to Dres.
Shout out
from
to Dres.
Toltec, Creatism.
Yep.
Anywhere
we love
she's
you.
affiliated with.
The world, Mother
pretty
Nature.
She is Mother Nature, man.
She really is.
She's crazy.
If you don't know her, follow her on Instagram, Peace of Mind. The I is a 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not peace. It's a piece.
Yeah.
There's 2 pieces.
Yeah. Peace. Like that. Yeah.
So, Creatism got a physical hideout? Or it's just like you guys, like...
It's just like... How do I describe it? It's just like, no, it's like...
You said, cause when you said, like, oh, people go to the Creatism, I'm like, dang, you guys got like a store or something?
No, that's the thing. Like, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the cool, like, there's not really a certain spot you go to go hang out with create. We're everywhere, like, all over the cities, from Linwood to Downey to Southgate to South Central to East LA to Boyle Heights to Koreatown to everywhere. And it's, so Creatism is just based in LA. But eventually it's about to be, I want it to be worldwide, because Creatism represents supporting your local artists wherever you're from, and decolonizing art by rebirthing the appreciation for it and the passion. So wherever you're at in the world, support your local artists, because that's so important. We don't need to buy any more of these hella expensive paintings that you see at all these corporate stores that there's no thought into them. Like, support your local artists. It's really not that difficult. It's not that difficult. It's really not. And these people put their all into their work. So that's what I'm trying to promote. Like, I'm manifesting a Creatism show in New York within the next year, because I want to go to New York and I want to connect with all the New York artists, and I want to get a show going for them, and I want to start promoting, supporting your local artists out that way too.
Can I come out?
Hell yeah, you can come out. Everyone can come out. I'm going to find a way to bring everybody, like, to get everybody involved. But that's just the main thing, is supporting your local artists and decolonizing art. Like, that's pretty much it. So Creatism was created in LA, but it's everywhere.
Would you guys ever allow a poet to be inside your group?
Yeah, I'm a poet.
Nah.
On the low.
Oh, yeah.
The day we met.
Yeah. I remember that. I just remember that.
Yeah, the day we met, he asked me to read him one of my poems. Just a random poem. And so I did that.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Cool. And then he did a poem after that.
Fucking Tres put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
But yeah, so anyone, like, if poets, photographers, rappers, singers, dancers, choreographers, cooks, makeup artists. People underestimate makeup, man. Like, I don't put makeup on. I don't wear makeup. That's just not my thing. But, dude, there's some girls that get down. That's art.
That is art.
That's art.
Nah, I really like the space features when you do stuff like that on their face. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That shit's tight.
That's just dope. But, yeah, so, like, everything, anyone can be a part of creatism. As long as you're not one of those like cocky people that think you're too good or that are into like all that corporate shit. Like I don't want none of that. We don't need any more of that. We have enough of that. Yeah. We need more people, more
not in
people
the group,
of color.
But around it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just people of color especially. I'm all for supporting people of color, which is majority of all of us. Like LA used to be Mexico. Like this is all brown land right here.
Didn't Texas used to be Mexico too?
Mm-hmm.
I think like all the other, like the whole south side of it, huh?
Like the southern west side.
West?
Damn it.
It's the west.
Southwest.
There you
go.
go.
I got confused. But yeah, so everyone's pretty much a part of creatism. Creatism, the ism is like,
it's the shit.
Yeah. It's like, so what's your ism? It's like,
that's what it
there's
is.
so many, my ism is creating. I love creating. I'm not just a painter. I like to create anything. That's why I created Earthism. So what's my ism? Mama Earth, like, you know?
Mama
Earth. So creating is just so important. Promote creating, promote supporting your local artists, promote natural products, man. Earthism, these products are so important and they are so helpful to your bodies. And
dude, your products are amazing, honestly.
Thank you.
I'm about to bring out but a little gift I got from a certain someone. But thank you. Dude, I gotta say this thing like works really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I heard like I get a lot of good reviews on it, on all of the different types of products that I make too. I do. Which one do you have? Oh yeah, the chapstick.
Chapstick is awesome, man.
So somebody had bought one and they had a cold sore coming in and they put it on. Within 20 minutes, it was gone, completely gone. A cold sore. I know a lot of you people struggle with cold sores. Luckily for me, I haven't had that problem, but so many people have it occurring like every year and stuff like that. This will take it away for you. That's it. I make my cannabis lotions with flour, of course, coconut oil, olive oil, vitamin E oil, and beeswax. That's it. Beeswax. That's all it takes to make a chapstick. Eventually, as soon as I can find a space, I'm going to start doing workshops on every one of my products to teach people how to make them.
No way.
Because I'm not all about the money. I'm not doing this for money.
As long as people know it.
As long as people know how to find natural alternatives. Because the medicine at the doctors,
bad for you.
Really bad for you.
Should hurt your lungs.
really bad. For every prescription pill that you have, there is a natural alternative for it. And that just goes with everything. Like the lotion, I make lotions, I make salves, I do chapsticks. I make the hemp wicks that you can wrap around your lighters. It's a healthier alternative to smoking also. And
shit.
And then I also make my own essential oils too. And then with my essential oils, I use those as the flavor for all of my products. So everything is all like I do it all myself. Completely.
Oh, you be putting in work.
Yeah.
let me see this. Can I see that?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's sage. I got that from the mountains, and the rosemary I get it from my grandparents' land. They have an abundance of rosemary everywhere. So I think I have a lighter. So if you want, you could even burn it, and then you could even take this too.
Really?
Yeah. I have a lot.
Which one?
Either way. But yeah. So yeah, and then what inspired me to start the Earthism products is that I used to go to the shop all the time to pick up like cannabis salves and all that stuff, and they were like $40 for something like this size. $40 for this. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I just can't. They're pimping Mother Earth. That's how I see it. Like, these are all natural products. You're pimping Mother Earth. You're pimping the people out who actually can use this stuff. Like, so I decided, like, fuck that. I'm going to make my own. So I make one this size. We could put them next to each other. So this is like $40 at a dispensary. This right here that I make is $20. My largest one that I make is $20. My mission is to make it all affordable so that all people of color can use it, like, and I mean everyone, but you know, I be looking out for my people of color a lot. Cannabis lip balm and cannabis salve right there. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a cheaper alternative. It's good for back pain, muscle pain. My little sister had a very bad migraine. I put it on her. She took a little nap. She woke up amazed. She was like, Des, can I buy one for me? I'm like, no, you can have one. But
Dude,
yeah.
No, man, we gotta buy
everything.
We gotta support you. You know, like, you know, I know a lot of people like to be modest about their work and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just take it, you know. Like,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I have a
dude,
habit
the
of
more you
doing
can
that.
make,
Yeah.
the more you can supply for people.
Yeah,
like,
and exactly. That's why I have no problem with selling them for like half the price of the dispensaries. Cause it's like, yo, like I could just make more.
You ever
It's not
thought
that
about
bad.
making little signs for them, like what they help with?
I actually have recently just thought about that because I'm starting to vend a lot more.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, damn, okay, I need to be a little more prepared. Like, cause I vended at the East LA Art Walk and I had them all on a little table, but they were just there. I didn't have any sign for them or anything. So people would walk by and look, so I'd have to like get up and be like, hey.
What's that? No, because I was like that too when the day I saw you at the art walk. I was like, what are those? And
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're like, oh, they're like chapsticks and
Yeah.
you know, balms and lotion. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But dude, how long have you been doing this actually? Like
This, I've only been doing the Earthism products probably this year, 2018. It's like two months. I've been really like fully devoted to them.
Like, how did you come up with the idea for this?
Well, two big inspirations was I was tired of buying them because they were really expensive, and then another one was that one of my good friends, Jasmine, I don't know if she's watching, but if she is, what up, girl?
What
Her mom's, you know, she had stage 3 breast cancer, and I would go buy them for her mom, like, you know, after her chemo treatments, and it would help her a lot. But, you know, I would go buy them for her, but it was only this much. And it's like, that's not really going to last too long. You have to be very, like, careful with how you use it. And it's like, damn, like, that's whack. So,
Yeah.
so I was like, you know what? Like, I want to start making more because you won't find any larger than 2 ounces. And that's not a lot. So, I was just, so she kind of inspired me to want to make more, to give you more for less amount. So now she has 3 of these right now. And she's
Jesus.
chilling.
How much
She's
is that
good.
one?
This one right here is 22.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's 22 for the biggest one that I have. And then I also make lotions, like just regular cannabis lotion. And those are 20. But a cool trick is that I ran out of salve the other day. And all I had was lip balm on me. And my back was hurting. But I put the lip balm on my back and it worked. So it's that strong that if you're out of salve, you can use the lip balm. Like
I got a cut right now on my lip. I've been putting this on for a
Oh,
bit.
really?
Yeah, cause like I stopped putting it for 2 days,
Uh-huh.
and like it's been cold, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Stay hydrated. Drink water and put lotion on. Like off topic, but yes, right now it's really windy and I'm feeling it too. Please put lotion on and please stay away from scented lotion. Scented lotion dries your skin even more.
Yeah, it
so
does,
please
actually.
stay away from it. If you're gonna use lotion, use unscented and preferably all natural. But drink your water too.
Yes.
Water is important. Water is
Alkaline
life.
water.
Alkaline water.
What's-
7.5 or higher at least. At least.
7.5 is fine.
Yeah, it's
I was
okay.
drinking 9.
I drink 9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My stomach was like burning a little.
Really?
Yeah, because
I have
it's supposed to dry your
a
stomach out too.
yeah. It helps with acid reflux. I actually
Yeah.
have a disease called GERD,
What's
It's
that?
gastroesophageal reflux disease. So it's
Oh,
all
snap.
of that. It's like it, but I caught it really at a bad time. So mine's kind of really bad.
Yeah.
So all I drink is 9.5 or higher, and it helps me a lot. Like it helps me a lot.
Good
So
water for
alkaline
good
water is
people.
really good for you. If you don't know of any spots that sell it for cheap, because I know the healthier the water, the more expensive it is. Just go on Google and look it up, because I found a really cool spot somewhere, and then there's also a spot in Torrance that will give you the water for free.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I have to get the rest of the info for that.
There's a
Yeah.
market next to where I live that sells 9.5 and 9.5 water, and it's like I think $2 for a whole gallon.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so I got like 4 of them the other day.
Damn, that's really good.
Like 2
Yeah,
bucks
right
each.
now I'm getting 5 gallons for $5 too.
Holy shit, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
really not
But
bad.
if any of you are in the Torrance area, I'll try to get the info by the end of today, so you can give it at your last segment.
Gotcha.
But yeah, because it's free, and you know, if it's free, it's for me.
It's free, it's for me.
Yep.
That's how you say it, man.
Yep. And yeah, and water is life. Natural medicine's life. Don't let anyone tell you anything negative about weed. There's nothing wrong with
That
weed.
too. That
We decolonize weed, damn it.
I think Hoken has a couple words for that, about that. Nah, I'm just playing. No,
Oh, I'm like,
nah, he's a marijuana enthusiast, man. Look at him.
yeah, he looks like one. You'd make a good model for my Earthism product.
Yeah, dude, you should do it. Trust. And I'm all about marijuana, guy.
Hell yeah. That weed is good for you.
Weed's good for you. Really.
Weed is good for you to put on your skin.
To sleep.
Weed to sleep. Put that in your. All you people, I know all you guys smoke weed. Take your stems and collect them, and then once you collect a good amount, you can make that into a tea.
Oh, you
So
can?
don't throw away your stems.
I
do
chew them.
not do it. Yeah, I like to do that too.
I just chew them
Yeah.
just like for a while.
For a moment, that's all I was doing, but I'm back to doing teas now. But
I gotta do teas
I also
now.
do marijuana infused teas. So if you guys don't have enough stems, I make teas too.
Can you make me a mushroom tea?
Yeah, actually, I can.
I'm down with that.
I collect turkey tail mushrooms from the river in the
Where?
mountains.
What?
Yeah. And those turkey tail mushrooms prevent cancer. They help fight cancer. They help your brain, memory loss. They help your immune system. And one more thing that I can't think of right now. But that's the turkey tail mushroom in the river in the Thongva Mountains, not San Gabriel Valley or wherever.
Where?
It is right now.
Where in the mountains?
San Gabriel Mountains.
Oh, it's just near it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
then.
right here, literally right out the city. It's not that far of a drive.
So do you go like hiking or do you go like camping?
I do everything. I grew up in nature. Like my grandpa lives in the mountains right now. Like my grandparents.
That's why you guys are over there all the time. That's
Yeah.
nice, man. I see pictures and stuff. I'm like, damn, like.
And I'm also, speaking of that, I'm also planning a group nature trip. So if anybody, I'm going
Can I
to
join?
put that out. Yeah, it's for everyone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a whole group. I'm going to ask around and see who's down to go. And I'm going to take them to the river to forage mushrooms and sage. So I'll teach you the respectful, indigenous way to forage sage or harvest it. And then the same way to do mushrooms. So I do it like every now and then with just like 2 or 3 people, but I want to do it with the group now. Because I see a lot of people, something I have to call out right now, people of color, please stop overpricing your sage bundles. That's not cool. Like, we get that from Mother Earth. It's free.
Stop
Like,
pimping a dog.
please stop pimping Mother Earth. Like, that's not cool. But yeah, so I want to go teach people how to do it right.
We should rent a bus.
That'd be a good idea,
Should
actually.
we rent a bus and then get like just pick
Yeah.
everybody up? It's like $5 to
that
get
sounds
some, pitch in for gas.
dope.
and
Yeah,
Gucci,
you know
man.
what? That's a good idea.
Be space, convenience.
Yep.
Like everybody's just going and they can handle the mountains.
No, fuck it, get a U-Haul van.
Fuck it, just throw everyone in the
U-Haul
bag and
van. That way you can hotbox it because
I'd be down.
that'd be cool. Yeah, literally the magic school bus right there.
Fuck it.
But yeah, Yeah, so keep that in mind. On the creatism page, that's where most likely where I'll post it. It'll either be on the creatism page or the earthism page. But I'm always on the creatism page, so. But yeah, so I'm trying to just do a lot for the community right now. Like, I've talked to so many people who want to do stuff like this, but they don't have any resources or they don't know how to do it. So I feel like it's my duty. Like, I do know the resources, so here, like, let me give them all to everyone, because there's no need to be greedy with what you have. There's really not. Like, if you have good intentions and if you give back, like, you're going to receive something as well.
All I want is to make poetry for people.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you should. Like, there should be nothing that will stop you, too.
No, there isn't, but I just feel like, you know, it goes unnoticed at sometimes.
Yep. And that's the number one reason why I created creatism, because it really bothers me that people feel like that. I used to feel like that, too. And that shit can get to you sometimes. Like, damn, like, do people not care about what I have to say, or does what I have to say not even mean anything? So it's like you're back and forth thinking, like, is it the people or is it me? And in reality, it's just like, it's honestly both. Like, you should just believe in yourself enough, and then the other people, they should respect you enough to know that you're having all this courage to, like, perform your art.
Like,
it's not an easy thing to do.
In front of people, you're reciting stuff. You know, you're doing all your stuff, and you know it goes unnoticed. But the point is that you're doing it.
Exactly.
So if you keep doing it, people will notice eventually. You know?
And it's self-love. That's
Exactly.
like my favorite way to express my self-love is through art. And the people who judge your art, they gotta go home at night and they have to, you know, like, just look deep in, and they gotta be like, yo, like, why am I judging these people? Like, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter how talented you are. It's about passion.
How much love and how much heart you put into your shit.
Yep. It don't matter how bad you can draw a face. It doesn't matter all that stuff. The point is that you can tell in somebody's work, poetry, dance, painting, all that. You can tell by looking at their work if they're passionate or not. And that's just what matters. It doesn't matter about talent to me. So if people who are just hearing your poetry and just looking at it and just walking by and they don't care, then that's not your problem. That's their problem, you know? But one day we'll all get to that point. Right now, the world's pretty hectic right now. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Oh, there is, man. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. It's weird to have all this stuff happening all at once, like the bad stuff. Like, it's gotten to a point for me where, like, it's like kind of like there's too much going on from the bad stuff that I kind of don't know what to focus on anymore. So now I just focus on myself instead of focusing on the bad. I used to think about, like, damn, like, what are other, like, things that I missed from it, like what happened last year with the Las Vegas shit, you know? And it's just like I put so much energy into it, and now that there's so much stuff, like, going left and right, it's just like,
like, damn, what do I do now? All that you can do is worry about yourself. And when I say worry about yourself, that doesn't mean be selfish. No. It means worry about your craft and how you can express that pain. Because when you express that pain, it's either going to come out really energetic, either in a sad way, mad way, or happy way. Either way, you're expressing yourself. And that's the best way to change shit in the world. That was a good catch. But yeah, that's how I felt too, though. Honestly, I was just like, yo, there's so much crazy stuff going on in the world. I was getting stressed out from it, like, and it's like, damn, what can I do? Like, and then, like, the more you do that, though, you just get angry.
I was angry with last year. Last year was pretty really hectic. It was so bad. Exactly, like, there was so much going on. And, like, this year seems a little calm, you know? Yeah. It started off pretty good with a little, you know, a side of bullshit. But
at the end of the day, what I've come to realize is that I'm not blaming it all on white people, but majority of the crazy stuff you see is coming from a white person. So us as people of color, all that we can do is stick together and just unite. One thing that really bothers me is that brown people who only hang out with brown people, black people who only hang out with black people, Polynesians who only hang out with Polynesians, and it's like, yo, like, that's not getting you anywhere. All
not.
this crazy stuff in this world that's going on, it's just going to come directly at you, and only your people are going to be worried about it. Like, that's not how it should work. Like, we're all in this country, whether we like it or not, whether you're from here or you're not. So it's like, why not just unite? Why not just come together? We're all related. Like, at the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters. We all should be having each other's backs. Like, there should be no like, yeah, and it's true, because you know what? I'm so tired of seeing people, like, brown people will, like, try to make a situation worse for a black person because they're just black. And it's like, yo, they're black, you're brown, but guess what? You're both colored. We're both colored, and we're all getting fucked by the system. That's pretty much how it is. So decolonize your mind, decolonize your living. I'm gonna create a workshop to show you guys how to take care of all this stuff, so you guys don't have to go to the doctors. And you're going to the doctor, you're paying to die. That's all you're doing. Like, they're fucking with our kids in the schools. They're fucking with us as adults. It's shown that they do not care. That's just it. Like, they don't. Why the white people, the settlers, they don't care. So it's just pointless for us to continue beefing with each other when, yo, like, we got so much knowledge to ourselves. Like, on my way over here, I was driving, and I seen this white person on the corner asking for money, and there's a house right to, like, the corner, and then the next building was a house. There's a little boy, probably about like 7 years old, no older than 7 years old, with his grandpa, and it looked like his grandpa, with his elders, and they were doing yard work. And I'm just like, you will never see a little white kid out there with their family doing yard work. And it's like, seeing all that just reminds us how strong we are, like how resilient. Like, we don't care, like, if it's like the bottom of the barrel work. Like, it's work. Like, we come here and we do what we gotta do as people. And because you do what you gotta do, don't let nobody tell you any different. And it's like, yo, like, we're the shit. Come on, yo, look at us. We're brown, dude.
Like,
look at us.
Like what I told you now. Like, how can we be lazy and stealing your jobs?
Exactly, we can't. But they say that stuff because it's like I hate to bring him up, but Donald Trump, how he says shit, he knows he knows he doesn't make sense, and he knows he's not right, but he still says it because it pumps up the other white people. That's all that is. We're not lazy. We're not. Look. I mean, we're not.
I hate how he brought in, like, colored actors for some of his campaigns.
Like, he's ridiculous. And it's sad that there's people of color out there that even
they sell out.
They even, oh my God. Next topic. I can't talk about him.
Anyways,
fuck him.
So I got a question. When was the first time you actually found yourself?
Ooh, it happened just about, I think, 2 years ago. Just recently too. I think it was 2 years ago. I was painting that night. I remember it was a nighttime, and I was on my balcony. I had my old place. I had a balcony, and me and my cat would always just chill on the balcony. And then one night, I was just thinking about life and thinking about all this stuff. And then I just kind of got into a zone, and I just looked up, and the moon was right there. And what happened between me looking at the moon and us connecting, I can't say in person because I can't really, like, describe it. But when I looked at the moon, it was crazy because I literally felt my third eye just throbbing and throbbing, and then I started crying. And I was just like, I felt the moon connecting to me in a way that I've never felt before. And from that moment, I looked at my hands and stuff, and I'm like, this isn't even me. Like, your body isn't even you. Like, I've always knew that, but I never had a crazy, like, I've never had an actual, like,
experience.
It was there, like, telling me, like, there's no other way you can think about it. From this point on, like, that's it. Like, you can never care about your appearance or any of that because that's not even you to begin with. It's self-expression, yeah, but it's just like, this is just my home that I'm living in. You know, like
a little hard
I'm
sometimes,
in
yeah.
here, and when I'm gone, this is still gonna be here, but I'm out. Like
I'm gonna jam
off
out,
to
man.
the next lifetime. Like
I'm on to another party.
yeah,
Spiritual party, man.
going on to a new journey.
Yup.
Who knows where I end up? But yeah, it was that night a couple years ago when I just finally realized, like, yo, like, I'm really in this bitch. Like, I'm really.
Yeah, I remember the first time I felt like something actually opened up inside me. I was like, I think I was like fresh out of like sleeping, but like meditating pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember that little vision I had. It went through. So I jumped out of my head pretty much as a fish. It was a koi, and then it jumped into the ocean, turned into a goldfish. So when it jumped back out of the ocean, it splashed into it, and the splash turned into petals.
Damn.
And then it spiraled into a whole bunch of colors, and it was just like, when it went to the middle, it exploded into like a vibration, like a ripple of colors, pretty much. That's what I meant.
Yeah, different colors?
Yeah, like.
That's crazy because just in the beginning of the month, my birthday was on February 4th. So me and a group of people, we went to the river, and I took medicine, and I had an experience like that, but instead of a fish, it was a frog.
Why?
That's pretty weird.
You know, I always ask myself what the animals mean.
Yeah.
'Cause
And then, but it's crazy how mine was a frog because the frog was following me the whole time. My whole entire river, the whole time I was there, like I had a frog with me.
The thing is, like for me, like I've always thought about us human beings as fishes, pretty much goldfishes inside a tank. And pretty much this is a tank. And then once I finally heard it in a song about explaining that stuff, and it's actually called The Powdered Water.
The powdered water?
Yeah, Powdered Water Part 1 and Part 2. Mm-hmm. This is by Idea, pretty much. Mm-hmm. But, he talks about, like, how we recognize, like, certain stuff, like, oh, like, I want to be as great as him, And we see it inside the tank. We're just, like, there chilling, like, damn, that guy's just, swimming everywhere, all around the tank, not in here. But the whole time is yourself, your reflection,
Yeah.
Like, what you can really be doing, like, out there, you can do it if you break out of that tank.
Exactly. And I actually, good thing you brought that up, because I actually had another realization that one time I was in the middle of nowhere, like I was camping out, and I was looking up, and everybody was pretty much just amazed by the stars. They were just like, damn, like it's just so beautiful. And then I look up and I'm like, that's how we should be feeling about ourselves. Like, we come from out there. We come from the stars. Our ancestors are in the sky. Like, their mind has left on another journey, but they never left us. So I looked up and I'm like, yo, we should be feeling like this about ourselves. Like, that's us right there. Like, every time you feel down about yourself, just look up. Like, that's why that term, like, look up, I always tell people that, like, look up, just look up. And every time you look up, like, you see the beauty of the sky, and you're just like, damn, like, that's me right there. Like, it's pretty crazy. And it also, like, reminds you, like, damn, like, there's infinite possibilities.
Yeah.
Like, you can do anything. Anything.
I hope I never live to see a day where my blue sky is taken away.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, but, yeah, that's why we need to decolonize now. That's why we got to take care of ourselves now. That's why we need to unite now. Because at this rate, our grandchildren can not see a blue sky.
No, I'm pretty sure.
We gotta think
Have you
about the
seen
future.
the skies from LA on top of the mountains?
Yeah.
It's terrible, yo.
Yeah, it's
like,
bad. It's like a whole gray, almost black, thick line going across. It's horrible.
I think it's crazy, man.
And it's like, and then you think about all the people that are in there, and you're just like, damn.
Like, they're all just
really
breathing
all
that
just
in there,
breathing
man.
this, yeah.
Besides that, yo, the other day, we had a notice in front of my mom's house. I went to visit her, and there was this notice about this machine they're gonna put nearby where she lives, and it's supposed to, like, I guess, provide extra power if the power goes out in the city, but at the cost of it polluting the air by, like, it says by, like, a micro fraction or something like that. But, like, each of those micro fractions are, like, different chemicals going into the sky and stuff.
It's like what's happening in Wilmington, what's happening in Paramount. A lot of people don't even know about what actually goes down in Paramount.
What's going on?
There's like 2 years ago, a lot of people were going, there's a lot of hospital visits, like people getting headaches, and then that headache turned into like some serious stuff, and then it turned into cancer.
Oh, shit.
And people were just wondering what it was. And then what the city never told them was that they had a building in Paramount that was releasing all this gas and stuff like that, and they didn't tell nobody in Paramount, and they said they were gonna fix it, and they never fixed it, so it's still going on right now. So if you're living in a Paramount, I suggest you do some research and you contact your city officials or whoever you need to contact, and you fight that, man. I mean, yeah, I could. That's just crazy. Like, they're giving us poison. Like, we're literally living to die. It's like kind of like animals, us eating animals. Like, they're literally born to die. We just torture them and then kill them, and then bam, you got a burger in front of you.
No, your water.
It's all good.
It's like it reminds me of one of my homegirls. She lives in Boston. I think that's where she's
Oh,
from.
shout out to Boston. I just mailed a painting out there.
Shout out to Boston.
Shout out to the East Coast.
But homegirl, you know, she lives in Boston. She told me that where she lives at in a certain spot, there's been dark clouds there for 2 months that wouldn't go away. Yeah, and like the whole city, like even the skyscrapers were covered for a while, like for a good minute. Like she's like, I could hear stuff in the sky, but I couldn't, like, you know, like see what it was. It was clouded for like a couple months or so, and she's just like, she started noticing certain stuff like from the sky. There was weird lightning and like yeah, and she ended up starting getting what is it called? It's with an M.
Migraine?
No, it's it's inside your body. It's like these fibers. But yeah, and she pulls them out. She's like look at this, like this is happening right now. Like she pulls them out like under a microscope, and then she leaves them right there, and they just start moving by themselves, like
What?
yeah. I think it's called Morgellons. There we go. Something like that, Morgellons. But she takes out these certain fibers, and other people have them there too. And they go to the doctor for it, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Oh yeah. Fuck
But
the doctor.
fuck that shit. But it's been like that for a while. Like she'll start pulling out random little.
And yeah, this is just the West Coast. We don't even think about like
I
East
think that's
Coast
north.
or any of that.
Yeah, East Coast
and
shit,
it's just
man.
like, damn, like. So it's really happening worldwide. Like,
I'm
it's
pretty sure.
crazy. That's why it's up to us, man. We are the future. We got to think of the kids. We got to think of all that stuff. We got to get involved. And if you don't know how to get involved, just start, you know, like just
Ask around, man.
yeah,
Talk
ask
to
around.
people.
Don't be afraid to talk to people. I was afraid to talk to people for so long, and that didn't get me anywhere. It really doesn't at all. Like, and it's crazy because when you start talking to people, you realize like, damn, they're just like me. Like,
Yeah.
yo, we got the same problems. Like, or
Yeah.
yo, like we can relate so much, and it's like, damn, why was I scared to talk to people in the beginning?
Eventually, the universe talks to itself.
Exactly.
If you want to talk to someone, you'll talk to someone.
It always works out like that. So like, I'm not really like trying to be involved like an activist kind of. I'm trying to start off being involved like through art.
I think
Like-
you want to be a motivator.
Yeah, you know a lot of people.
You're a motivator.
Really?
Yeah, you're inspiring and shit like that.
Yeah, like and it's just like and all of it is just off of passion.
I know, dude.
Like that's one thing I can never like. I may not be this or I may not be that, but I got a lot of passion in me, and it's like I got to figure out ways to like express it all.
Nah, I
Like
feel
last
you. It's
night,
overwhelming, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like last night I did a painting in the clouds workshop. It was a workshop where I guided a group of people on a painting, and I provided weed for all of them, and I provided fruit for all of them. Yeah, and I had a big old jug of 9.5 alkaline water. Like I everything was all. I made it as healthy as possible. Like we were talking about like how fucked up our week was, because you know it's towards the end of the week now, so it was just like a form of therapy. Kinda. And every time I would turn around and I would see everyone like into their painting, like it made me happy, because I was like, yo, like I may not be out there like going like an actual activist, but this is a start right here. Like bring people in and get people involved that way. Like we talked about so much. We talked about an event that a gathering that I'm putting together. Not me only. It's gonna be me working with a few people at Casa de Barrio. It's going to be on March 31st, and it's going to be a huge gathering, just focusing on health, mind, body, and spirit. When people think of health, they think of physical, but it's more than that. If you're not right mentally, you can't get right physically. You just can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a whole bunch of vendors. We're going to have a whole bunch of workshops for kids, for adults. All the food is going to be vegan, and it's all going to be free. Like, you're literally going and you're going to have an abundance of resources. So if you don't have any connections or anything, March 31st is the day that you should get involved, because
Where is this at?
it's going to be at Casa del Barrio. It's probably like, I was like, where's that at? It's like 10 minutes from here. I'll get the address right now. But yeah, and so everything's going to be free. All the workshops are going to be free. The vending's going to be free. The food's going to be free. We're going to have speakers come in. We're going to do like a deep breathing meditation circle. We're doing all of this stuff, and it's carefully planned right now. I'm working with Cynthia. She's vended at Zapotec before. Her Instagram is Curiel Studio Art.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Memo too. I don't know if you know Memo. Memo on his Instagram, he's Poetically Speaking. He's also involved with the event. And then Crystal's Art Love again. Shout out to you guys. But yeah, so we're all putting this together for everyone. So yeah, we put out the save the date flyer right now, but we'll have a flyer within like the next week or two. But it's just going to be a space, and then we're also going to have a 420 room. So if you need a break, go ahead and go smoke. Like, literally everything that you can ever want is going to be in that gathering, and it's all going to be free. Because
Is it going to be yearly?
We were actually going to try to do multiple throughout the year. So we're doing one in March, and our next one that we're going to aim for is the beginning of summertime.
So every season?
Yeah, pretty much every season.
Dope.
That's how we're going to do it.
Are you guys going to have like, you guys should have like, for the season, like what blooms in like those certain seasons and stuff? Like,
like fruits and flowers and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they've already planted over there. So there's going to be stuff already blooming in the season. And then I'm trying to get a little planting workshop in too.
Oh, shit.
People.
Can I join?
Yeah, it's for everyone.
I know a little bit about that stuff.
Yeah.
I want to help.
Yeah, and then we're also looking for volunteers and helpers and for people to who are looking to get involved. Like yesterday at my Painting in the Clouds workshop, when we were talking about the event, someone who's been wanting to get involved but didn't know how was there, and so we told her about the event, and she's like, yo, this is the perfect opportunity. Like, she's getting involved now, and bam, that's a start, so it's really easy. Like, what our mission is to just provide the community with as much resources as possible to just fucking get some self-love in and promote that stuff and decolonize and fix our diets. And we're gonna have workshops on like eating vegan on a budget. That's really
hard.
Important. It's hard, but it's possible.
You can?
It's possible. I haven't had meat this whole year, and I'm broke. like I'm really broke. But there's ways. Like the 99-cent store, they got a lot of good stuff there. Yeah, they have a lot, and they go bad pretty quick. So that's actually a good sign for me. I'm like, yo, they go bad pretty quick. They're not.
So might as well just grab it.
Yeah. So like the 99-cent store, like that's my go-to spot right there. They got almond milk and cashew milk there.
All right, for $1, yo.
Yep, they really do. Hit up the 99.
No, I can't really drink milk no more. Like,
I
feel weird about
I can't
it.
drink milk anymore.
Like, I do drink it every now and then, but then I feel hella weird after. Because I start thinking about never mind.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy stuff about getting into that topic.
Yeah.
Getting into the whole vegan topic. But if you're trying to eat healthier, start off being vegetarian. Like,
I was actually vegetarian for a whole year, like maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Cool.
And then like after I graduated from high school, it started getting harder.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like.
Yeah, I was vegetarian at one point too, and then last year I just started eating meat, and it wasn't cool. Like every time I ate like a burrito or something, I'd be feeling nasty after, like ready to go to sleep. But now after all my meals, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Like what I mostly eat now is just like chicken. Like everything else is just like.
And that's how I started off too. I cut off red meat first, and then I cut off chicken, then I cut off turkey, and then I had to cut off seafood. I love seafood. I love seafood, man, but
I gotta quit the chowder, man.
yeah.
Clam chowder.
That's my weakness right there. Clam chowder.
Huh.
All of that. Haiva, oh, that's the one. My sister makes bomb haiva, and she brought it out this weekend, and I was just looking at her like, I might, but I was like, nah, I don't want it. Like,
get out of my sight.
yeah, I'm like, you gotta go.
Well, it was really fun having you, man.
Yeah,
like,
no, thank you for
we're out of
having
time,
me.
but I want you to give out some shout outs. I want you to throw out your web links, your handles, and your thanks to anybody who you want to. Also, thank you to the audience for tuning in.
Thank you. But yeah, so thank you guys again for having me, for Lo, Joaquin, and F. Thank you guys. Oh, Marco in the back.
Marco.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you. You guys can find me on Instagram on Creatism or Earthism. So it's Creatism, like IZM. And my personal page is Dezlasoul, but I don't really go on there often. I'm more focused on the creatism and all that. But you can still add me if you'd like. And yeah, so thank you to everyone who's been helping me out throughout this whole time. Shout out to Oski. Shout out to Nacho. Us two are currently doing a mural in Zapotec right now. So yeah, so thank you guys for always coming through. Yeah, come by Sunday, man. Come by Sunday. We're gonna have a lot going on. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have vendors, art, self-love, art, all that.
Raffles.
Yeah, live painting, raffles.
Lots of smiling faces.
I'm gonna have a table specifically for people to, and I'm gonna have specifically for people to come and paint on. So I'm gonna have stuff provided. So like, say if little kids want to come, I'm gonna have a black book. I'm gonna have all that stuff. Like, we're gonna have everything there. So come through. Like, it's gonna be from 3 to 9. I want it to be kind of an all-day thing. Just, it's Sunday. Like, let's all chill. Like, let's all just have a good time. But yeah, so yeah, thank you guys. This Sunday, don't forget. March 31st, don't forget. It's our gathering is called Health to the Hood. So yeah, I'll keep you updated with that through Creatism. And yeah, shout out to Tres. Have a good time in New York. We love you. And yeah, thank you to everyone else who supports, man. It's all about support. Go support your local artists. Go support your small businesses. Come eat at Zapotec, man. Let me tell you, I don't drink iced coffee, but that iced coffee's bomb. But yeah, so yeah, go eat at Zapotec, man. Like, they got good food, really good food. I had a veggie burrito yesterday or the day before. That shit was bomb.
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 days ago, huh?
I think it was here.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so support your local vendors. Fuck corporates. Fuck all that. And yeah, so thank you for having me.
Of course.
Again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming, Des.
Thank you. Do I just
Just put on your couch.
Okay, cool.
We'll be right back after these messages.